What's going on, YouTube? My name is Ridiculous, and today I'm trying something new. This will be the first of hopefully many commentaries on my channel. I figured for my first commentary, I would address a topic that I am personally very passionate about, that being skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking is a topic that has become very controversial over the last few years in the video game scene. If you play any of the more popular multiplayer video games of today, chances are you've experienced skill-based matchmaking yourself and have formed your own opinion on it, whatever that may be. Now, the goal of skill-based matchmaking is to pretty much prevent newer and inexperienced players from pretty much getting their asses blasted by veteran players and setting the video game down and never touching it ever again. Now, I understand why skill-based matchmaking exists, and I'm honestly fine with its presence in multiplayer games. With that being said, though, skill-based matchmaking, in my opinion, is implemented way too strictly in most instances, and a perfect example is in Halo Infinite. I personally am loving Halo Infinite so far. It's by no means a perfect game. However, I haven't felt the desire to grind a game as much as Halo since probably Chapter 1 of Fortnite, back when Fortnite had everyone pretty much by the balls. You guys know what I'm talking about. Now, Halo Infinite has a competitive mode in Ranked Arena. In Arena, skill-based matchmaking is very strong, and only the best of the best players usually find themselves in lobby that lack any sense of competitiveness. However, this isn't the only game mode in Halo with skill-based matchmaking implemented. Far from it. In fact, Halo Infinite has skill-based matchmaking in not just Arena, but every single game mode. This has put me personally in a very tricky spot. I consider myself somewhat of a sweaty player. Not necessarily a great player or even a good player, but at the end of the day, I can definitely say that I am better than the average player, and I definitely try to be better than the average player. Now, the implementation of skill-based matchmaking has caused a massive divide between me and my IRL friends when I decide to play with them. In our lobbies, I'm almost always the only player going positive, and our win percentage is basically rock fucking bottom. The gameplay in the background is actually from one of these lobbies, and you'll see I play myself just fine, but my friends struggle to even pick up a few kills. Now, I don't blame my friends for this at all. They're not necessarily bad players. In fact, in their lobbies, according to them, that I'm not in, they almost always go positive. However, just because of my presence in our lobbies, every other player on the opposing team has pretty much closer to skill to me than my teammates. As a result, my teammates struggle to find even a few kills throughout the entirety of the match. This causes a big divide between us when we play. Now, it's not like we argue over it or anything, but I just know I can hear it in their voices and the way that they're playing. They're not necessarily having a good time because they're just getting steamrolled. Would you rather play with your friend and have a miserable time trying to pick off a couple kills, or play in a lobby that you can actually manage to have a positive KD and even win? Keep in mind, this is not Arena that I'm talking about here. Now, I don't personally see any solution to this problem coming with the way skill-based matchmaking is used in video games as of today. It really sucks to me that because I have more passion for video games than my friends, our shared experiences with video games take such a negative hit. The days of casual, fun gameplay with my friends are in the past, and that just really sucks. And I know I'm not the only person struggling with this problem either. I also know this is not the only problem that is caused by skill-based matchmaking. Before skill-based matchmaking existed in nearly every A-list multiplayer game, my friends played video games way more often than they do today. Our Fortnite squads and Call of Duty squads were pretty damn good, at least when compared to the average players. But now my friends are much more casual gamers than they were, and they're also rewarded for it when playing solo. It shocks me that video game developers are more devoted to pleasing their casual audience, more so than their audience that is devoted to their game and likely spends more money on it as a result. To me, that's just a greedy mindset. Video game developers will never be satisfied with the money that they make today. Their priorities are not the same that they were just a decade ago, and I think skill-based matchmaking is a direct result of that. Now, I myself am not a video game developer, and I likely never will be. However, I still think my opinion as a gaming enthusiast really matters. In a perfect world, skill-based matchmaking would be toned down from its current standing, and I think several gamers would benefit from it as a result. A decade ago, if you were a new player, you just got shit on. That's how it was, bruh. I'm sure many people were turned away from it as a result, but if that was the case, I don't think video games were for them. back then you didn't have to rely on skill-based matchmaking to determine whether you were going to play. The video game spoke for itself. It had to be immersive. It had to have a good balance of challenge and reward. The gameplay had to kick ass. And they did. And they still can. But today, video games just don't hit the same. And until skill-based matchmaking is toned down, I honestly don't know if they ever will. But I am going to remain hopeful, I am a gamer after all. Now, if you're still watching, I'm sure you have your own opinions on skill-based matchmaking, and I'd love to hear them in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, my name is Ridiculous, bitching about skill-based matchmaking, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.